Officer Jeremiah, and I got Officer Ricard Karab in here with me. You know what I mean? So we're going to start. Give me Matthew, I say 5:17. You know what I mean? Because the most important thing to blacks, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people is brotherhood, man. Without brotherhood, you have nothing. You know what I mean? We just celebrated the Passover on April the 20th and just got finished celebrating the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Now we're in the Feast of First Fruits. You know what I mean? We couldn't do it without our brothers, man. You know what I mean? When we celebrate, we want to be around our brothers, our people. You know what I mean? In the truth. You know what I mean? When you was in the world, you was around your brother. You couldn't really trust him like you know what I mean? You trust your brothers in the truth. Why? Who knows why? Why we couldn't trust our people in the world like we do in the truth?
Yes, sir.
Who was that, Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Kevin.
It's cut. It's because, we were full of, in the world, we falling out how can I say it? It's because, like, the wickedness, like, in the world, the world is given to the hand of the wicked. So if you're in the world, you know that you live in the way of the wicked.
Right, you was wicked as hell, man. You know what I mean? That's basically what it is. You was wicked. Meaning what? You were an evil brother. You know what I mean? To another brother. We all experienced that, man. Having evil thoughts towards another brother or another woman. You know what I mean? Brotherhood is sisterhood. You know what I mean? You hate your brother, you hate your sister, you hate your father, you hate your mother, you hate your people, man. Brotherhood is your family, man. When you was in the world, you was sinning. You was breaking all the laws. You break one, you break them all. Right. You know what I mean? So if you wasn't a homosexual, guess what? If you slept with another man's woman, you ain't no different. The Lord look at you the same way. The scripture said if you sleep with another man's woman, matter of fact, we're gonna get it out of this. The scripture said you sleep with another man's woman, you get put to death. If you're a homosexual, you get put to death. So if you was in the world and you ain't never sleep with another man and you was a man, even if you slept with another man's woman, the Lord said you should be put to death, man. So you ain't no different. You know what I mean? We're doing all types of evil before we found out what the truth was, man. We didn't even know, we didn't, before the truth, you don't even know your identity, man. You African American, you black, you blood and Crip, GD, Vice Lord, you a stripper, you Martin Luther King, Junior Street. You know what I mean? You celebrating birthdays, Christmas, Thanksgiving. You ain't celebrating none of the high holy days the Lord put in Leviticus chapter 26. You don't know none of them days, man. You go to church, you still celebrating Easter. You supposed to be attending the Passover, you celebrating Easter. Right. You know what I mean? You celebrating all them days, you lack brotherhood, man. It goes that deep. If you celebrating days in the world, religions in the world, like Valentine's Day, New Year's Eve, 4th of July, 420, you celebrating that, guess what? You hate your brother, man. You know what I mean? So we're going to pull these brotherhood scriptures. Go ahead, give me 5 and 17.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
That's what Christ said, man. This written in red, meaning Yahushua, our king, who sacrificed his life for a particular people, man. For his brother, for his sister, for his mother, for his nation. You know what I mean? Read it again.
Verse 17, think not
he
that
said, start right there. Christ said, think not, meaning what? Meaning what? Those two words, break it down for me. Think not. What is Christ saying? Think not. Go ahead.
Not.
Go ahead.
Don't think. Don't think.
Meaning,
don't think.
Why is he telling them don't think it? Matter of fact, hold right there. Rakaka Ra gonna continue reading. Go ahead.
Think not that I have come to destroy the law.
Why did Christ say, think not that he came to destroy the law? Why does he tell them don't think that? Same brother. Go ahead.
Because they were, I guess, because they was going around thinking that or saying that.
Right. That's why he tell them think not, because it's people just like today. Black people think that, man. The Christian church. He said think not because the Christian pastors tell you what? The law is done away with it. It's done away with. And if he's not telling you that, he's showing you that with his actions by breaking the law. Shalom, Lord Christ, you just called in.
Brother Jamal.
Shalom, Yahweh. All right, we got you. Put your phone on mute unless you got a question, all right? I mean, your Christian pastor, he's breaking the law. He's teaching you how to break the law when you go to that Christian church. So Christ said, think not that I have come to destroy the law. Meaning what? Christ didn't come to teach you how to sin, man.
Right.
You got people thinking that Christ, what they say, if Christ went on the cross and he died for our sin, why we can't sin? Shalom on Christ, who just called in. Say it again. Ant?
Yeah.
Where you calling from, brother?
Georgia.
All right, Ant from Georgia. We got you. Put your phone on mute unless you got a question or comment, all right?
Okay.
Start at the top again, recall.
Chapter.
Go ahead. Who is this? Shanae? All right, sis, we got you. Put your phone on mute unless you got a question or comment, all right?
Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
Go ahead.
Or the prophets.
Right. Christ said, think not that he has come to destroy the law or the prophets. The prophets will teach you how to keep the law as well. You know what I mean? And the prophets did what? They prophesied, man. Hold that real quick. Give me, they prophesied against great kingdoms. You know what I mean? The prophets prophesied, meaning the prophecies written in this Bible, that's what they prophesied to come. So when you hear the I.S.U.P.K saying the Third World War is coming, the Third World War is in motion, we the prophets of the Lord, we prophesying, man, out there on them street corners every week. You know what I mean? We the priests and prophets of the Lord. So when we prophesying out there on them street corners, we letting you know what's ahead. You know what I mean? We letting our people know what's ahead. And when them heathens come around and they listen, we not talking to them, man. Because they are not our brothers. They are not our people. You know what I mean? We talking to our people. When them heathens come around, they just listening. But we not directing our words in these prophecies written in this Bible and these laws, statutes, and commandments. We not directing those words, this truth, unto heathens, man.
Right.
Whether they listen to it or not. When they listen to it, they should be scared because the Lord is going to judge them for how they treated blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indian people. But when you hear it, you need to change your life. You need to come into this truth and join this brotherhood, man. And understand, Christ didn't teach you to sin. He didn't tell you to break the law. Christ kept the law the whole time he was on earth. You know what I mean? So why your Christian pastor's telling you when Christ went up on the cross, he died for our sins. That's why we allowed to sin. You know what I mean? And who know what sin is? Christ said he came not to destroy the law. Meaning he didn't come to teach you how to sin. Who know what sin is? I damn near gave it to you. But give me the precept. Who know what sin is? Give me the precept. What is sin according to the Bible? According to the Most High? Go ahead.
Transgression of the law.
What's the precept? Pull the precept. You right, but give me the precept.
I ain't got this one in front of me. I think it's in Isaiah. I ain't 100% sure though.
Not Isaiah. Go ahead, brother. Kevian.
1 John 3 and 4.
Read it for me.
First John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
Right, sin is transgression of the law, meaning you breaking the laws that's written in this Bible, man. You know what I mean? You breaking the laws written in this Bible, you lack brotherhood. You have no brotherhood, and you don't love your brother. Christ was telling the disciples and the lost sheep of Israel, which would be us black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people today, scattered across the four corners of the earth who don't know their identity. Christ was letting us know, man. he didn't come for you to be no homosexual. You know what I mean?
Right.
He didn't come for you to sleep with any woman you want to sleep with. White women, Asian women, Arab women. Christ didn't teach us that. Your Christian pastor teach you that. Christ didn't teach us how to sin, man. Christ taught us how to live in these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. He taught us how to perform, you know what I mean, these acts, these deeds. You know what I mean? He taught us the law. Keep going. Not you, Kevin, Rakakara.
Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8.
Now this right here is in the Old Testament. You know what I mean? Christ said he came out to do away with the prophets. Go ahead.
The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
Right, so when we say Babylon is falling, you know what I mean? Babylon is falling. We prophesying for America to be destroyed, man. For America to fall. For America to be bombed, man, in this third world war. That's what we mean when we say Babylon is falling. We want America to be obliterated, man, by the Most High, Christ, and the angels. We want the Lord to send our King Yahushua with the holy angels to destroy this place for oppressing us and having us as slaves, man. Having us as captives for over 400 plus years. For dropping bombs on Black Wall Street, man. For Dylan Roof going into the church and killing our people. You know what I mean? Killing Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman, killing Kareem Gaines, all the black people that got murdered by, you know, police or by a white civilian or by any other heathen nation, man. Killing our babies in the abortion clinic. When we say Babylon's falling, we want the Lord to, you know, have mercy on the nation of Israel and destroy the other nations, man. We want, it say he prophesied against what? Read that again.
Verse 8, the prophets that have been before me.
Right, the prophets that was before Jeremiah and Isaiah was who? Moses. You had Joshua, you had Samuel. You know what I mean? Those was the prophets that came before Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Isaiah.
Right.
And before Christ. You know what I mean? And they prophesied what?
Before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
Against many countries and great kingdoms. So why are y'all mad when the men in the I.S.U.P.K saying the Lord is going to destroy America, man?
Right.
Saying the Lord is going to destroy England. Saying the Lord is going to destroy South America. The Lord going to destroy any area where you got heathens oppressing blacks, Hispanic, and Native American Indian people. The Lord is going to destroy that place, man.
Right.
Specifically, it's going to be North America. But the Lord got a problem with all people who's oppressing his chosen people, man.
Right.
He got a problem with all white people, all Arab people, all Asian people, all Chinese people, man. The Lord got a problem with everybody. He got a problem with blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indian people who don't want to turn to him and obey his law, statute, and commandments, man. That's another reason why we prophesying to bring this brotherhood and sisterhood together.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're not just out there. You know what I mean? We first of all, we serious and bold about this truth, man. We're not just out there to be out there. You know what I mean? We're not out there giving you smooth words. When we speak, people hate how we talk, man. You know what I mean? The scriptures say, Paul was rude in speech, but not in knowledge. You know what I mean? People hate when we come out there every Saturday. They hate. They see us putting up that podium. You know what I mean? Setting up them signs, fixing that table up, putting that tablecloth on. They see us pull up. They hate it, man. You know what I mean? Every week they hate seeing us out there. You know what I mean? Because we ain't giving y'all smooth words. We're not giving you what you want to hear. We're telling you you can't eat pork. You know what I mean? You can't be no homosexual. You can't even be soft, man.
Right.
The Lord said you can't even be soft.
Right. You
got to be a man. You know what I mean? You got to be a soldier, man. So they hate that. Why? Because the white man taught them to love that. You know what I mean? Whatever the white man tell us to do, you know what I mean? It's approved once the white man says you can do it. But if the Lord tell you to do something, and why? Man, I grew up in pork my whole life, man. I recovered eating pork my whole life.
Right.
You know what I mean? What you mean I can't eat this? I mean, in high school, that's all I messed with was white girls, man. It don't say you can't sleep with no white woman in the Bible, man. God don't hate people. I mean, we come up with all these different excuses, man. Because we don't think that's how God really is. We grew up thinking God loved everybody. We don't think God is trying to bring blacks, Hispanic, Native American, Indian together and no one else. We come together. Sure, the Lord want everybody else to come with us.
Right.
We don't think the Lord got a chosen people. You know what I mean? Give me back where you was at with 5 and 17. Salaki, where you was at in Jeremiah?
20 and 8 is more on it.
Go again.
Both against many countries and great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Of great kingdoms and of war and of evil and of pestilence, man. The third world war is coming. Diseases is coming, man. Terrorism is here. The Lord sending plagues on America, man. Terrorism, that's a plague from the Most High. I mean, AIDS, that's a disease. That's a plague from the Most High, man. Natural disaster, that's a plague from the Most High. And who prophesied that? Jeremiah, man. Moses. People who came before Yahushua, before Christ. And Christ said he came not to destroy them, which means what? Christ believed in the same thing Jeremiah prophesied, man. Right.
He believed in the same thing Moses prophesied. The same thing Isaiah and Ezekiel prophesied, man. He didn't come to do away with the prophets or the law. Give me back to that scripture. Christ ain't trying to do away with the law. If you're trying to do away with the law, then yeah, the LGBT community is supposed to be on earth. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be fornicating. If Christ came to do away with the law, then you can do whatever the hell you want to do. Put your phones on mute. Give me Matthew
5:17.
That was it on that?
Come on.
Okay, give me Matthew 5 and 18. Give me 18. Just read down.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled.
Till all be fulfilled. I mean, all these prophecies written in this Bible got to be fulfilled. I mean, this third world war got to happen, man. You know what I mean? These things got to come to pass in order for you to be redeemed and delivered out of this place. You know what I mean? Black people, ain't y'all tired of being oppressed? We should be tired of being oppressed by everybody, man. White people, all people, man. We should be tired. We should be angry out of our damn mind right now, man. If you're not angry, then what does the scripture say? Oppression make a wise man mad.
Right.
If you're not mad, then guess what? You don't got no wisdom, man. When I came into the truth, reading this Bible, you know what I mean, gaining this truth, it made me mad the more I learned, man. I had to stop doing things that I loved in the world. And when I was forced to stop, you know what I mean, because I believe in the truth. You know what I mean, I don't believe there's no game. I'm supposed to be playing around with it. So I stopped doing what the Lord told me to stop doing. Shalom, Lord Christ, who just called in?
Salakia, sir, this is Willie.
Willis, where you from?
Willie.
Shalom.
You know that? Mm-hmm. All right, brother, put your phone on mute unless you got a question or a comment, all right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like I was saying, man, when I came into the truth, man, I was mad that I had to stop doing certain things, but I did it. You know what I mean? I had to fight that demon, man, that weed demon. You know what I mean? Committing crimes. I had to fight that demon, man. But I did it, man. Why? Because I wanted to experience what the Lord had waiting for me, man. You know what I mean? I want to see, you know what I mean? I want to see new brothers, man, new sisters. I wanted a new family. I knew I wasn't living right. You know what I mean? I was about to join a lot of things, man. I was about to join gangs, the Black Panthers, all that nonsense, man. But when I seen Commander Yahanna on YouTube prophesying his truth, Commander Yahanna, Captain Tazaria, Captain Mashak, I went to class, man. I was like, damn. Listen, I was in class like a whole year before I got my Hebrew name, man. A lot of y'all upset. Y'all did y'all 90 days, and y'all like, where my name at? Like, listen, man. Brothers been in school for like a year before they got their Hebrew name, man. Dedicated. I didn't know nothing about being no trooper. All I knew was I wanted to take these notes, man. You know what I mean? I want to get these notes down. I want to learn more. Till I got that call. I became a trooper, and all hell broke loose, man. You know what I mean? But Christ said, not one, Yeah, I'm right. Christ said not one jot, one tittle should do what?
Not one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law.
Shall in no wise pass from the law until what?
Till all be fulfilled.
Till everything in this book be fulfilled, man. Meaning these laws, statutes, and commandments is here forever, man. Meaning this brotherhood is forever. When you die and come back, this brotherhood is still supposed to exist.
Right.
You know what I mean? This brotherhood is supposed to never go away. Keep going.
Verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of the least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
Right, you're going to be least in the kingdom of heaven, man. You're not going to be great. If you teaching blacks, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people to break one of these laws, that's how powerful it is, man.
Right.
That's how powerful it is. If you teaching a brother not to be a brother, the Lord said you ain't gonna be great in the kingdom, man. You're gonna be least in the kingdom. You know what I mean? That's how powerful this truth is. Following and obeying these laws. That's how powerful it is, man. That's how powerful this brotherhood is. Keep going.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
So with that being said, your Christian pastor is not going to be called great.
Right.
You know what I mean? They could be great under the white man in Esau society, but in the Most High's kingdom, in the kingdom of heaven, Creflo Dollar, T.D. Jakes, Eddie Long, who else? Al Sharpton, all your so-called leaders, man, they're going to be least in the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because they are liars, man. You know what I mean? You don't see none of them out on the street corners like the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
You know what I mean? What they prophesying? They ain't prophesying nothing. They not telling you about no third world war. They ain't telling you about that. They ain't telling the black woman she got to cover her behind up. Stop being a whore. They ain't telling the black man he got to stop putting on women clothes, dressing like a woman. Being a homosexual, they ain't prophesying nothing, man. They happy with this kingdom. They happy with the white man ruling and brutalizing black people, man. They don't give a damn as long as they get money. That's all they care about, money, man. So while your kids get shot down in the street, Al Sharpton thinking of a way to get money while your child is dead. You know what I mean? While your mother is mourning, while your father is in jail or on crack. Al Sharpton plotting on a way to get money out of a destroyed black family, man.
Right.
Is that in there?
Come on.
What verse was that?
Verse 19.
Give me Matthew 19 and 17.
Like it, huh?
Go ahead.
And on that first verse, on Matthew 5:17, when it says, "Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I'm not come to destroy but to fulfill."
Right.
I think most Christians think that when it comes to fulfill, I just want to make sure I get this right though. They mainly think that he fulfilled all the law. Does that mean that he's fulfilling whatever the prophet said about concerning him?
You talking about what the prophets in the past?
Right.
Yeah. What the prophet spoke about Christ.
Okay.
Yeah, Christ fulfilling that. All prophecy hasn't been fulfilled yet, though. So when they talk about...
Right, hence that's...
Say it again?
Go ahead.
No, I was saying all prophecies hasn't been fulfilled yet, though.
I understand that. So I'm looking at verse 17 when it says, "I come not to destroy but to fulfill."
Right.
So when he says that, when Christ says that about he's going to fulfill, he's talking about, and I'm going to ask this to make sure I get it right. He's talking about whatever the prophet said that he's doing, or what they said about the coming of the Christ. He's fulfilled that. But then on the second verse, he comes and says that not one jot or tittle in no way pass from the law until all be fulfilled. That means everything else that the prophet was saying.
And talking about everything, period.
Okay.
Talking about everything, period. The laws and the prophets, everything, period. You know what I mean? Everything written in this Bible about what Christ is coming to do and what he's going to do when he returns, he's talking about all that. You know what I mean? What verse?
Matthew 19:17. Matthew chapter 19, verse 17. And he said unto him, "Why callest thou me good? there is none good but one, that is Yahweh. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
Keep the what?
Keep the commandments.
Keep the what?
Keep the commandments.
Christ said you want to enter into life. Meaning what? Christ basically saying you dead. You know what I mean? Blacks, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people, we are dead without this truth, man. You know what I mean? Christ said you want to enter into life. If you want to live, go ahead.
Keep the commandments.
Keep the commandments, man. So if you want to live, you got to keep the commandments. So if you're not keeping the commandments, guess what? You're not living, man. You're not living the way the Lord wants you to live. You're living how you want to live. You know what I mean? At the strip club, throwing ones at your sister, making her more of a whore. Smoking weed every day with your brother. Both of y'all destroyed or all y'all destroyed. Gang banging. You know what I mean? You're not living life, man. You know what I mean? Coming into this truth, this is life. You know what I mean? A brother in the truth, they actually apologize to you face to face. You know what I mean?
Right.
How hard was that in the world? Brother would not apologize to you, man. A brother hates to forgive another brother, man. That's one of the hardest things for black men to do in the world, man. Forgive another brother. You know what I mean? They'd rather harm you before they forgive you.
Right.
You know what I mean? They'd be pissed off and angry, like, man, why I gotta forgive that brother, man? Like, he did this, he did that. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, pull the scriptures. Give me the scripture when it says, you know what I mean, pull a brother to the side. I mean, this Bible teach you how to be a brother, man. If a brother offend you, this Bible tell you what to do if a brother offends you. You in the world, a brother offend you, you run to your house and get a gun, man. You know what I mean? That's how soft you are, man. You gotta run and go get you a weapon. Because a brother offend you. And a brother might not even know that he offended you.
Right.
But you won't even open your mouth. You so hateful, you gotta go and get a gun. Because he looked at you a certain way. You felt the vibe all of a sudden. Yeah, a certain vibe came from a brother, so you killed him off a vibe, man. What kind of mess is that? You know what I mean? Brothers will not forgive their brother, man. You got it?
Come on. Matthew chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Right, the Lord said, Christ said, go, if your brother trespass against you, meaning offend you, go to him alone, man. Go to him alone. Don't bring it up in front of everybody, try to embarrass the brother. Pull the brother to the side, man. Keep going.
Come. Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Right, because if he offended you, then that means you got a problem with the brother. Or you think the brother got a problem with you. So it's not everybody else's problem. It's not for every brother to know. If you feel like a brother offended you, it's not for everybody else around you. He didn't offend them. You know what I mean? So you got to pull him to the side, man. And you ain't got to pull him, you ain't got to be all hostile with it, man.
Right.
You can do it in a genuine way.
Right.
You know what I mean? He your brother, pull him to the side like, hey, bro, let me holler at you real quick. You know what I mean? When you said this, man, you know what I mean? I felt the type of way about that, man. You know what I mean? I took that personal. Keep going.
If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
Who know what that means?
If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
You tell a brother you offended him, and the brother, I mean, you pull the brother to the side and like, yeah, man, when you said that about me, man, I felt offended. And the scripture said, read that again.
If he shall hear thee,
if he hear you, go ahead.
That thou hast gained thy brother.
Who know what it means when it says, if he shall hear thee? If he shall hear thee, go ahead.
Does it mean if he hears you, you work it all out, and therefore everything is good between you both, and therefore you gain the brother. First, y'all being mad at each other, you kind of squashed it.
If he shall hear thee, say that again.
If he listens to you and y'all worked it out, y'all be able to work out the difference.
Meaning what?
And instead of enemy, y'all being upset with each other, then y'all worked it out. Y'all becoming brother. Y'all worked out your differences and y'all came together.
Meaning he agreed with you.
He agreed with you.
Yeah, I mean, he agreed with you. Like what you were saying, he agree with his brother. Like, yeah. If he hear you, meaning whatever you saying offended you, he heard you. He agreed with you. Like, yeah, man. I mean, I can see why you feel that way. You know what I mean? Keep going, Ricard.
Thou hast gained thy brother.
Meaning he understand what you're saying. He agreed that he offended you. That he trespassed against you. Keep going.
Verse 16.
Keep going.
Verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
Right, that's the law, man. Take with you 2 more. And in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word should be established. But if that brother don't hear you, meaning if you say, man, you offended me, you know what I mean, you was in there cracking jokes, man. You offended me when you said this about me, man. You talking about, you know what I mean, my father, you know what I mean? And the brother say, nah, man. You weak. You know what I mean? You soft. If you felt offended by that, you just stupid. You know what I mean? Who will be offended by that, man? I'm joking on everybody. Why you get offended? You know what I mean? If he disagree with you, if he don't, you know what I mean? If he don't hear you out, go ahead.
Verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee 1 or 2 more.
You got to go get you 2 witnesses, man. 1 or 2 witnesses. Go ahead.
That in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
What did that mean? When you go get 1 or 2 witnesses, what did that mean? What is the Lord telling you to do? Who knows?
Slakia.
Go ahead.
Does it mean counseling?
Right. You gotta take him to counsel, man. You gotta take that brother to counsel. If you men enough to pull a brother to the side in private, and he don't want to listen to you, yeah, go get you 1 witness or 2 witnesses, man. Go get you 2 more brothers that seem to take place. You know what I mean? That know the law. Take him to counsel. You know what I mean? He don't want to hear you out, because if you don't take it to counsel, then it's gonna get worse. Then you might, you know what I mean, harbor a grudge against your brother, man. Because if y'all don't resolve that, you're going to be feeling some type of way.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're going to be at camp. You're going to want to salute the brother. You're going to start saluting brother differently. You know what I mean? You know how brothers be happy to salute the brother. Y'all be thigh. You start saluting that brother that offended you. You're going to be like, Shalom, I mean, he ain't trying to hear that nigga out, man. He ain't trying to hear that brother out. You don't want to hear nothing from him. All you remember is you offended me and you disagreed that you offended me, man. You know what I mean? So you got to go to counsel, man. Keep going.
Con. Verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church.
Right. If that brother, you take him to counsel and he don't want to listen to counsel, the Lord said, tell it to who?
Tell it unto the church.
Meaning the congregation, man. Meaning to the whole nation of Israel. Let Israel know. You know what I mean? Let the men in the I.S.U.P.K. let us know. You know what I mean? He don't want to hear one brother, and he don't want to hear the counselors. And then tell it to the congregation then. Go ahead.
But if he neglect to hear the church.
At this point, he don't want to hear nobody, man. Meaning what? What's the spirit the brother in who don't want to hear one brother or the counselors or the congregation? If that brother don't want to hear nobody, that brother is what?
Slakia, sir.
Go ahead.
If I could, as I look down in the verse, it stating him like, let him be as the heathen man. So
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I'm talking about even before then. Even before we look at him as a heathen, even before that. Now, if he don't want to hear nobody, that brother is what? One word. Go ahead. You proud, but I'm not looking for that one. Somebody just said something?
Slakia, sir, this is Willie from SHALAM.
Go ahead.
I'm thinking he probably be cast out of the congregation.
I ain't there yet. I'm not there yet. If a brother don't want to hear nobody out, man, he don't want to hear the counselors, he don't want to hear the brother he offended.
Oh, Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Sir. He hard-headed.
Yeah, he hard-headed. What else?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, sis.
The enemy?
No, that ain't what I'm looking for.
Salakia,
Even though it's
sir.
true. One more person. Go ahead.
Would he be wicked?
He all there. Everything y'all said is right. The word I was looking for was selfish, man. You know what I mean? He don't want to listen to nobody. He think he right. You know what I mean? He's selfish. He don't want to listen to you. He don't want to listen to the witnesses. Now you take a brother to counsel and you got two witnesses and they like, yeah, man, that brother offended that brother. He was in the wrong. And you still like, nah, man. I wasn't wrong. I was right. Put your phones on mute. You take a brother to counsel and he still thinks he right. You know what I mean? You go in front of the generals, General Muhammad say, you in the wrong. You like, nah, I wasn't wrong, man. I wasn't wrong. I was right. And then you bring it in front of the congregation, and the congregation said, you in the wrong.
Right.
And you still say, nah, y'all wrong. You selfish, man. You proud, you wicked, you hard-headed, you all that. You know what I mean? Nobody can tell you nothing. And you not being a brother. Because why? You breaking the law. Keep going. Hey, anybody got their phone? Put your phones on mute. I'm hearing the echo on the phone.
Looks like somebody playing the video in their background.
Everybody put their phones on mute. All right, go ahead.
Verse 17, and if he shall neglect to hear the church, shall I can hear them tell it to the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican.
The Lord said, let him be as a heathen man and a publican, man. Treat him like a heathen. You can't treat him like a brother. You tried that. You try to go by the law, man. Pull the brother to the side. He didn't want to hear that. You know what I mean? So who didn't the Lord give the laws to? The heathens. So you got to treat that brother like a heathen, man. You got to stop dealing with him. You got to leave him alone. Let him be wicked. You know what I mean? Let him go start his own I.U.I.C. You know what I mean? Start his own fake religious group, Christian church, denomination. You got to let him be like that, man. Because you let a brother like that grow into this school, man, he going to destroy this body.
Right.
I mean, that brother going to destroy this body. I mean, we don't need that, man. A brother like that, he going to start a whole nother group. He going to make everybody think the way he think, selfish. You know what I mean? Ain't going to be no brotherhood. Everybody going to be for themselves, man.
Right.
Is that it on that?
Come.
Okay, give me 1 John 2 and 3. We also gonna get to Paul not being an Edomite too. First John 2, 3 through 5.
First John chapter 2 verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments.
Keep going.
Verse 4. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar.
Right. Have you ever heard people say they know God, they know Jesus?
Right.
They say they know God, they know Jesus. The Lord said, if you know him, you'll keep his commandments. That's how the Lord know who has faith in him, man. That's how the Lord know who's doing his work, who's living his truth, man. The Lord see you when you eating that swine.
Right.
You know what I mean? You bring that swine in your house and cook. You cook that pork bacon line talking about you thought it was turkey, and it say pork right on the damn packet, man. The Lord see that, man. The Lord see that. The Lord see you when you ain't keeping the Day of Atonement the right way. You know what I mean? The Lord seen you when you ate that leavened bread in the Feast of Unleavened. He seen you when you ate that leaven, man. The Lord see all that. The Lord know when you're not faithful. You know what I mean? The Lord know when you're not keeping his commandments. The Lord see you when you lusting another man's woman. You know what I mean? He see all that, man. Keep going.
He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar.
So your Christians, man, people in the world, they say they know God and they know Jesus. You know what I mean? They love Jesus, they love God, and they breaking all the laws. They in the church catching the unholy ghost. They don't know the Most High, man. If they knew the Most High, they wouldn't be aborting babies, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? If they knew the Most High, they wouldn't be in the Christian church. We know the Most High. That's why we're not in the Christian church.
Right.
Because we know that the Christian church, the Christians don't know the Most High. You know what I mean? We know that, man. Every Sunday, and Sunday is the first day. I mean, day one. The Lord said the Sabbath is on the seventh day. We know they don't know the Most High. Keep going.
And the truth is not in him.
They don't have the truth, man. They filled with lies. They filled with the white man's lies, man. You know what I mean? They still think Christ is white.
Right.
You know what I mean? They think Paul white. I mean, they think, listen, if Christ is white, then Paul is white. You know what I mean? That means all the prophets in the Bible have to be white. How do you know that?
Would it be because Christ came from the lines of David? So if Christ's white, then
right, it's your lineage, man.
The Israelites is white.
It's your lineage. Meaning you saying Jacob is white. You know what I mean? We're going to get into it, man. I don't want to get off topic. We're going to get into that. You know, man, I'm going to break down Paul is not a white man. We're going to get that in a minute. But the Lord said, you know him if you keep his commandments. You know what I mean? If you being a brother, if you offend a brother, you got to hear that brother out, man. If you don't hear that brother out, hey, take it to counsel. If you don't want to hear the counsel, take it to the congregation. If you don't want to hear nobody, man, you're not a brother. You know what I mean? You got to hear something. The Lord set these laws up and these rules up for this brotherhood to be strong, man.
Right.
If you gain your brother back, if you gain your brother over, that relationship gonna become stronger. You know what I mean? Because then you're gonna watch how you treat that brother. You're gonna remember him pulling you to the side and addressing you. You know what I mean? That's how brotherhood becomes stronger, man. A brother ain't gonna know you got a problem with him if you don't open your mouth. Keep going.
Verse 5. But whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected. Hereby know we that we are in him.
Read that again.
Verse 5. But whoso keepeth his word.
So if you keep his word, go ahead.
In him verily is the love of Yahweh perfected.
And then you verily mean truly, honestly, the love of what?
Of Yahweh is perfected.
The love of Yahweh is perfected in you, man. You keep these commandments, the love of the Most High is in you, man. That's what keep us together in the I.S.U.P.K. The love of the Most High is in us. In the world, I ain't gonna say none of us wouldn't got along. We probably would have got along with certain brothers, but we still would have hated a lot of brothers.
Right.
You know what I mean? You would have hated your brother. You wouldn't be looking at, first of all, you wouldn't even know what a Levite and a Judite and a Israelite, you wouldn't even know what the tribes were.
Right.
You know what I mean? You would be an African American. You would be hating on the Mexicans. The Mexicans be hating the African Americans. And the Jamaicans and Trinidadians and who else? Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. We all be hating one another, man. Because we hate each other now. The love of the Lord perfected in us is what got us in this truth, loving one another. That's why we all can go to the Passover, salute each other, you know what I mean, feed each other, care for each other. Outside of the Spirit of the Lord being on us, we are enemies, man. Sad but true. I mean, we straight up enemies. You see a brother with some gold. All them brothers that came with them glorious garments, with them chains on at the Passover. If we was wicked, if we was in the world, had the spirit of, the world on us, you'd be trying to rob that brother, man. You know what I mean? You'd be like, yeah, that's a nice headband. How much you spend for it? Yeah, man, I got this for $100. Brother be ready to take that, man. He'd be ready to rob you. Take your chain, take your boots, take your garment, all that, man. Because the spirit of the Lord, we got brotherhood in this truth in the I.S.U.P.K. You look at a brother and you just simply make a compliment. You know what I mean? And this is a nice garment. Or maybe that simple. You know what I mean? Where we at?
Verse 5.
Give me Romans 6:1. Was that it on verse 5?
Wow.
As you said, the Lord perfected in us.
There's a little bit more.
Now give me Romans 6:1.
Come.
Matter of fact, give me, after you read that, I'm going to see if that's the one I want. Let me hear what that say real quick. Romans 6:1. Come on, Carl, where you at with it, man?
I'm here.
Where you at?
Romans.
Hebrew Academy graduate, where you at?
Romans chapter 6, verse 1. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin, that grace may abound?
Right. Should we continue in sin that grace may abound? Should we continue to sin and think that the Lord, is going to have mercy on us? Are we supposed to be sinning? The grace supposed to abound? You know what I mean? Is grace going to abound? Is our grace going to increase as we sin? Is sin bringing us the Lord's grace, man? Read that again.
Romans chapter 6, verse 1. What shall we say then?
What shall we say then? Go ahead.
Shall we continue in sin?
Should we continue in sin? I mean, everybody who say that Christ died for us to sin, Paul says, should we continue in sin? Go ahead.
That grace may abound?
That grace may abound. Keep going.
Verse 2. God forbid.
God forbid, meaning no. We shouldn't sin at all. We shouldn't continue to sin. Shouldn't continue in sin, that grace may abound. Go ahead.
How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein?
Right. He said, how are we that are dead to sin live any longer therein? Meaning you dead to sin, meaning you live in these laws. You following these laws. You know what I mean? Meaning the old man is dead, man. The old you. Meaning you born again, you brand new. And you don't sin. That would mean being dead to sin. Like sin doesn't live in you, man. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Verse 3.
God, you
Verse 3. Know ye not that so many of us were baptized into Yahushua, were baptized into his death?
keep going.
Verse 4. Therefore we are buried with him by baptism into death, that like as Yahushua was raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so we also shall walk in newness of life.
Right. Read verse 4 again.
Verse 4. Therefore we are buried with him by baptism.
Like in verse 3.
Verse 3. Know ye not that so many of us were baptized into Yahushua, were baptized into his death?
Paul said, know you not that when you was baptized into Yahushua, you was baptized into his death. Keep going.
Verse 4. Therefore we are buried with him by baptism into death.
Meaning what? When it said we are buried into him, read that again. We are buried to him into his baptism. What?
Therefore we are buried with him by baptism.
We are buried to him by baptism. Keep going.
Into death.
Into death. Who know what that means? We are buried into him by baptism into death. Is he talking about being baptized in water? Well, you baptized in water?
Salaki. It's saying when we be baptized is with the word. We be being baptized with the knowledge of the law, statutes, and commandments, the truth of the Most High. And so when it says we are being baptized into his death, it's saying that once we learn this, we have to kill off our old person.
He's talking about the old man. When you baptized into Christ, what you being baptized into? You living how Christ lived now. Christ said he came out to do away with the law, right?
Right.
You baptized into these laws, statutes, and commandments. You baptized into this truth. And you doing what Christ did, man. Christ didn't sin. What did it say after that? Verse 4.
That like as Christ was raised up from the dead.
Like when Christ was raised up from the dead, go ahead.
By the glory of the Father, even so we also shall walk in newness of life.
Even so, we also should walk in newness of life. It's going to get more into it. The old man. Keep going.
Verse 5. For if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, we shall be also in the likeness of his resurrection.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. Knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him. That our old man is crucified with him.
That the what?
That our old man is crucified with him.
That the old man was crucified with Christ, man. So you asking, you said when Christ went up on the cross, that was for you to sin more? That's a lie, man. He said the old man is crucified with Christ when he went up on that cross. Meaning the sin should no longer, have dominion over you. Meaning sin, you dead to sin, man. Christ didn't sin. When Christ went up on that cross, that was for you not to sin. Not for you to sin. You was Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people was already committing sin, man. We was already sinning.
Right.
You in captivity in America because you was sinning, man.
Right.
You got off them slave ships and got your back beat for over 400 years and oppressed because you was sinning.
Right.
So for you to ask when Christ went up on the cross, why we got to keep the law? Why we can't do what we want? We doing what we want. We did what we wanted to do. I mean, we ain't been keeping no law. You don't even know who you are, man. You don't even know who you are. The Lord sent priests and prophets to wake the nation up. You didn't know who you was before the I.S.U.P.K hit them corners in 1969, man. You didn't know this truth. You know what I mean? That old man, that old you, that gangbanger, that criminal, that robber, you know what I mean? That pimp, that prostitute, that whore. That went up on the cross when Christ got crucified, man. You know what I mean? That homosexual, that effeminate, that's what went up on the cross. That's the old you. You come into this truth, you got to stop sinning.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to celebrate all these high holy days. You know what I mean? You got to celebrate the Sabbath, every seventh day. You got to love your brother, your sister, your mother, your father. You got to do this work too. You know what I mean? You got to prophesy against great kingdoms and countries like the old prophets did, man. You got to do all that. You got to do everything that's written in this Bible, man. Over 600 and some laws, you got to follow them all, man. You know what I mean? So no, when Christ went up on the cross, you went up on the cross with him. Your old man went up on the cross when Christ went up on that cross. And when Christ got raised from the dead, that's you, man, being born again. You know what I mean?
Right.
Christ gave you a second chance to have brotherhood. Christ restored brotherhood to Blacks, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people. That's what Christ did. Peter and Paul would have never got along or met each other, man. The disciples would have never got with each other on their own. The Spirit of the Lord did that, man. The Holy Spirit got Blacks, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people into this truth. You know what I mean? Keep going.
That the body of sin might be destroyed.
That the body of sin might be destroyed. The body of sin is supposed to be destroyed, man. You don't supposed to be out there committing no crimes against people, man. You know what I mean? The body of sin. Fornication is unlawful sex. Black people don't supposed to be no queer, no asexual, bisexual, transsexual, lesbian, none of that. That's supposed to have been done away with. So with that being said, how is it that, you know what I mean, homosexuality is increasing? If you follow in Christ, how is sin increasing amongst blacks, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people? If we serving God, if we follow the law, statute, and commandment, how is that even possible? Paul just said that we continue not in sin. Should we continue in sin that grace may abound? Paul just said that, man. How is it that we are continuing to sin more?
Right.
How you sin more and you talking about you know Christ and God, man? How is that even possible when Christ came out to do away with the law? How can you even sin if you following Christ when Christ didn't sin? You know what I mean? That's because the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And that's who you following. Keep going.
Henceforth we should not serve sin. Verse 7. For he that is dead is freed from sin.
He that is dead is what?
Is freed from sin.
He that is dead is freed from sin, man. You free from sin if that old man is cast off. Christians see that, say we see. You know what I mean? What do you mean, Rob? What do you mean when the Christian hear that? What they understand? What coming to a Christian ear when they hear that? See, we free to sin. Free from sin.
Right, kind of.
Free from sin. What did it say? Free from sin?
Free from sin.
Free from sin. Christian hear that? We free to sin.
Right.
You know what I mean? We free to sin, meaning we can sin freely. That's what a Christian hear. Because a Christian don't know the Bible, man. Meaning, what does free from sin means, though? What it really mean?
Shalaki.
Free from sin. What it means to be free from sin.
If you're free from sin, you keep it a law, so you don't have to worry about sinning. Like it's just in your nature to not sin.
That's what free from sin means. You free from sin, meaning you're not transgressing the law. You know what I mean? Meaning you live in the law. Because you free from sin. Meaning you not sinning. Meaning sin is not your freedom. You know what I mean? Sin is not your freedom. You free from that. Meaning you're not even dealing with sin.
Right.
You know what I mean? You trapped in the law. You trapped in the law. You're a slave to the law. You know what I mean? You free from sin means you're a slave to the law. Keep going.
Verse 8. Now if we be dead with Yahushua, we believe that we shall also live with him.
Okay, you can stop right there. We're going to get into this Paul real quick. A lot of people believe Paul is an Edomite. How do we know that Paul is not an Edomite? And I want to hear from Paul. First of all, what is an Edomite? I sound like the brother on the thing. What is an Edomite? To the brothers on the conference call, what is an Edomite?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Edomite is descendants from Esau.
Right. Is Paul a descendant from Esau? How do you know that? Prove to me that Paul is not a descendant from Esau. What scripture will you go to prove that Paul is not a descendant of Esau?
The Salakia, sir. I couldn't tell you right off the muscle.
No sweat, no sweat. You gonna learn it, man. Let's get your pen and your notepad, all right? Give me.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Would it be Romans 11:1?
Go ahead. That's it. That's one of them. That's a precept.
Romans chapter 11, verse 1. I say then, have Yahweh cast away his people? Yahweh forbid.
Right. Paul said, "Has the Most High cast away the nation of Israel? Has the Most High cast away blacks, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people? Has he cast away his people?" Paul said he forbid, meaning no, the Most High hasn't cast away his people. Go ahead.
For I also am an Israelite.
Am I what?
Am an Israelite.
A what?
An Israelite.
What is an Israelite? Paul said he also is an Israelite. What is an Israelite? If you know that right there, you know that line, then they automatically crush it. But we're gonna get more into it.
Right.
What is the Israelite? Y'all should know this.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right, that's it. Once you say that, they can't say nothing. You know what I mean? You are descended from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in their order. I mean, if you say you are descended from Abraham, the Arabs can say me too.
Right.
If you say you're descended from Isaac, white man can say me too.
Right.
But if you say you're descended from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Jacob only had 12 sons. Them 12 sons, Jacob's name was changed to Israel. His 12 sons are Israelites, sons of Jacob. Paul said he is an Israelite. That automatically cuts that he's an Edomite. But we're going to keep going. Go ahead.
Of the seed of Abraham.
Of the seed of Abraham. Go ahead.
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
See, he said he's from Abraham, but then he said he's from the tribe of Benjamin. You know what I mean? What color is Benjamin? If people believe Paul is an Edomite, and Paul said he's from the tribe of Benjamin, what that mean? That mean they saying Benjamin has to be an Edomite too then, right? That mean, what they saying is Paul's father is an Edomite. His father is an Edomite. Go way back to Benjamin. Benjamin would have to be an Edomite. Jacob, Abraham, they had to be Edomites. If Paul is an Edomite, right? Because that's the lineage. Even though we know that's not true, but I'm trying to break it down for you. What color is Benjamin? What color is Judah?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
They're black into the ground.
That's the scripture I was looking for. Jeremiah 14:2. You ain't got to pull it. But that's how you know. You know what I mean? And Judah and Benjamin are brothers. If Judah is black, Benjamin is black. Issachar is black. Ephraim, all of them black, man.
Right.
Because they forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are black men. Paul said he's from the nation of Israel, from the tribe of Benjamin, man. Give me another precept to prove that Paul isn't an Edomite.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Philippians chapter 3, verse 4 through 8, verse 5 to be exact. Circumcised in the 8th day of the stock of Israel of the tribe of Benjamin, and Hebrew of the Hebrews, as touching the law, a Pharisee.
That's it. Give me another one, though.
Philippians chapter 3.
Give me another one.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
2 Corinthians 11:22.
What they say?
2 Corinthians 11, verse 22. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I.
Y'all got it, man. That's it. Give me the one where they said they mistaken Paul for which one they mistaken? Was that wrong?
For what?
They mistaken Paul. They thought Paul was a Egyptian. Give me that scripture. They thought Paul was an Egyptian. Let me know when you got it.
Acts 21 and 38.
Acts 21:38. Go ahead and pull that real quick.
Acts chapter 21, verse 38. Salaki. Acts chapter 21, verse 38. Art not thou that Egyptian which before these days madest an uproar?
Right, they said, they was talking to Paul, man. They said, are not thou that Egyptian? They thought Paul was an Egyptian. Keep going.
Art thou not that Egyptian which before these days madest an uproar, and leddest out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers?
Right, so they thought Paul, they mistaken Paul for an Egyptian. What color are the Egyptians? The Egyptians are what? Black. That's another precept proving that Paul is not an Edomite, man. I mean, y'all, people want to go into 1,000 different books when the truth is in the Bible.
Right.
I mean, you don't need no another book. You go right to the precepts. The context tell you the lineage of the prophets, man. You go right to the Bible. You're going to find out who's who. That on that?
Salaki, verse 39. But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus, a city in Sicily, Sicilia, Salakia.
Right. Paul said he was a Jew. You know what I mean? Jews are black, man. For the brothers and sisters online, y'all got a question? Brother Kevin, any brothers and sisters online, y'all got a question? Okay. Give me back the give me abhor not Edom.
Hey, Salagia, sir, I do have a question.
Go ahead.
It's not on topic. It's not on topic.
Go ahead.
Okay, like how do you like distinguish like the difference between what you mentioned earlier about oppression make a wise man mad, like how you be angry and like fed up with the stuff that's going on.
Right.
Like when you I notice like when I speak on the atrocities that black people going through, a lot of people say they don't speak. I'm like they're negative. Like how do you like show them that oppression make a wise man mad without it looking like you just always thinking negative. You get what I'm saying?
It depends on what you say in particular. Like what made them say you speaking negative?
I mean, because like when I get to exposing, like trying to show, like when I try to get people to look at I.S.U.P.K and just open up to the truth. I mean, I have to when I try to show them like the stuff that's going on in the world. I basically just expose the lies and everything.
Like what though? Like what are you exposing? Like give me something particular.
Like the church, that's the main thing, the Christian church. Christian church, they highlight the holidays, that all the holidays are light in of God, and just like the family tradition that we've been holding on, that God is love.
So you saying the holidays? So you telling people that, for instance, Christmas is not in the Bible, or Christmas is wrong, like the Lord hate Christmas, like that?
That's what I'm saying, sir. And also, like, with God and love, like, you always sound nigga like God, like, why you always sound angry? Like, God is love.
Oh, you saying,
like, that
okay,
right there,
okay.
they always come with that.
Okay, you saying why they're not angry like you angry?
Sir.
Because you wiser than them, man. You know what I mean? They not angry because they don't believe in the truth. You saying you tell a black person Christmas is wrong, Christmas not in the Bible. They don't want to hear that.
Right.
They want that present on December the 25th, man. You know what I mean? They got to listen. They still on December the 25th. You still got to go around your family members and pretend. You got to go around your mom, your father. Black people don't know what it's like to not celebrate Christmas. You know what I mean? That's been instilled in you since you was a child. So you go to a brother in the world, you tell him, listen, man, you celebrating Nimrod, man. You worshiping a man, an African.
Right.
You know what I mean? You bow down, you idol worshiping when you celebrate Christmas. First of all, he don't know the truth. He not born again. So he gonna look at you like Nicodemus was looking at Christ.
Right.
He gonna look at you like, what are you talking about? Like December the 25th is Christ's birthday, all he know. You know what I mean? He just got finished celebrating Thanksgiving. He stayed in his house because his woman didn't kick him out because he got him her present on Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? His girlfriend told him if he ain't buy that chocolate, nigga, you gotta find another place to stay. So he's celebrating Valentine's Day forever. You know what I mean? He been oppressed by his woman. You not been oppressed by your woman. You know what I mean? You don't believe in idol worship. You know the white man killed our Gadite brothers and made it a holiday. You don't celebrate that holiday because you're an Israelite and you know what brotherhood is. You love your brother. They don't understand that. They don't have brotherhood, man. That's why they're not gonna listen to you. You know what I mean? They not gonna listen to you. The Lord said what? Give me when it said the sheet hear my voice. I'm gonna pull a precept. You had a question?
I did. I wanted to piggyback off what the brother was saying also.
Go ahead.
I kind of wanted to know, how do you even talk, how do you even begin to get somebody into the truth and to ask you, what you into, what are you doing? And I know we're not yet to teach anybody, but how do we even get in that direction and try to send them tapes or whatever, or videos, but which one should we even start with? So I'd like to know something where we can go, a protocol that we can go ahead and give it to them.
Yeah, you can send brothers videos. You can lead a brother. Yeah, send them to the I.S.U.P.K videos. You know what I mean? Tell them to subscribe to our page, man. You can lead brothers to the information. You ain't gotta. You're not an officer, so you're not gonna quote no scriptures. Be like, yeah, man. Revelations 1:13 through 15. And start breaking it down. You're not authorized to do that yet. You know what I mean? You're not an officer, so but you definitely can reel them in and tell them, yeah, the I.S.U.P.K, man, ISUPK.com. They got online classes. You know what I mean? Committed Junior Yahanna radio show every Monday, 9 to 11. Captain Tazariot, Cross the Line radio show. You know what I mean? You can reel them into that. Bring them into the information. That's not you teaching them. That's you letting them know the information. You know what I mean? What it come to. You know what I mean? You can do that. And if you're having a conversation with a brother, yeah, you can just say Christ is black. You can say that. You ain't got to break the scripture down. You're like, listen, Christ ain't no damn white homosexual. Christ is a black man. Christ is a Negro. You know what I mean? You ain't got to pull no scripture. You can just say that alone. You know what I mean? If he say, no, Christ is white, you can say, no, he's not. You know what I mean? Like, Christ is a black man. And then you can tell them ISUPK.com, tell them about our classes. That's where you learn it from. You might gain a brother. You never know.
Right.
That scripture.
Come on, John 10:27.
All right, Brother Kevian, this for you.
John chapter 10, verse 27. My sheep hear my voice.
Christ said, my sheep hear my voice. You know what I mean? Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people in the world, they are sheep. You know what I mean? Before I came into the truth, I was a sheep, man. I didn't know nothing. I wasn't no lion. I wasn't no soldier for the Most High in Christ. I didn't know none of this. I was a sheep, man. I was about to be slaughtered sometime soon. Who knows? I mean, the Lord. I heard the Lord's voice. The Lord saved me, man, out of the world. Ain't no telling what would have happened in the last 5 or 6 years if I didn't come into the truth. I don't know where I would have been at. Locked up, dead, I don't know. You know what I mean? The Lord said, my sheep hear my voice. If he hear what you saying, he going to come to the truth.
Right.
If he don't, then he just don't. You know what I mean? It's not for everybody. Keep going. With it on that.
And I know them, and they follow me.
Right. You're going to follow. You're going to do what the law, statute, and commandments. You're going to do what Christ said to do. You know what I mean? You're going to be right at camp, and all black as a trooper. You're going to pass your officer test. You're going to become an officer, and you're going to fish men. You know what I mean? That's what you're going to do. I hope y'all brothers not being frustrated on y'all slavery with, you know what I mean, the brothers in the world. Man, the scriptures say what? Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, man. You ain't gotta force this on nobody. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta force it on nobody. If they don't want to hear you, then so be it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't try to force the truth on nobody, man. Let them stay wicked.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let the Lord deal with them. Cause you don't know, he probably in the religion. He don't want to let you know he in the religion. I mean, he probably a Muslim, atheist. Ain't no telling what he probably is, man. You ain't got to try to force this on nobody. Get in on that?
Come.
Anybody else?
I got the abhor Edomite.
I like you, sir.
Hold that. Go ahead, sis.
I would like to have a priesthood on celebrating while we don't celebrate the birthday.
Give me it's in John the Baptist. Hold on real quick. For one, you know what I mean? Birthdays is what? When you celebrating birthdays, what are you doing?
Recognizing yourself, thinking about yourself.
Right. Meaning you glorifying yourself. If you glorifying yourself, what are you not doing?
Keeping the commandments.
What else?
Well, you wouldn't be giving the most. You wouldn't be glorifying the Most High.
Right, you're not glorifying the Most High. Did we celebrate birthdays in the Bible? Did the Lord tell us to celebrate birthdays, or did He give us high holy days?
High holy days.
Yeah, you Leviticus chapter 23. We in the feast of first fruits right now. The Lord said we are to celebrate the Passover, the feast of unleavened bread, the feast of first fruit. You know what I mean? The feast of tabernacles, all the high holy days in Leviticus chapter 23. The feast of Purim, you know what I mean? In the Apocrypha.
Right.
The Lord gave us days we supposed to celebrate. The Lord did not tell us to celebrate the day we was born. Give me it's in Ecclesiastes. Put in Ecclesiastes, day of birth.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Job 3:1-11.
Let me
he
hear
talk
it.
about the birthdays in Jeremiah.
Let me hear it.
Jeremiah 20, chapter 20. Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, Jeremiah 20:14-15.
Let me hear it.
Hold on 1 second.
You out of here?
It's a little hot.
It said, "Cursed be the day within I was born. Let not the day wherein my mother bare me be blessed.
Read that again.
Cursed be the 15. Jeremiah 20, chapter 14. It says, cursed be the day wherein I was born. Let not the day wherein my mother bare me be blessed.
Cursed be the
Verse
day.
15.
Cursed be the day when he was born. What was the next verse? After cursed be the day when he was born.
Verse 15. Cursed be the man who brought tidings to my father, saying, a man-child is born unto thee, making him very glad.
Cursed be the day in which he was born. Well, who said that? Who told you you're supposed to celebrate your birthday?
Shalakia, sir. It was the Egyptians, Pharaoh and Herod, that celebrated birthdays, and they did it wickedly by bloodshed, sacrificing humans, Israelites.
Them heathen customs, man. That's not in the Bible. The Lord said, "Learn not the way of the heathens." We're not supposed to be celebrating us. You know what I mean? We think your birthday, you are acknowledged as a God. Don't you know that? Your birthday, you are being worshipped. People come to you, they give you presents, they praise you, and you just getting older. You know what I mean? You getting older. And you getting praised for what? Because you getting older?
Shalakia, sir.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. Let me recover that.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 1. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth.
And the day of death, and then they said the day of death is better than the day of you being born, man. They don't mean worship the dead either. You know what I mean? Right. You don't supposed to be praised because you was born in 1992. You know what I mean? You've been here before. You're supposed to be getting praised. All glory go to the Most High. And you getting praised for what? What do you do to get praised, though?
Right.
You don't even know your identity. Who praising you? You're African American. How you get praised? What is that? You know what I mean? It's over thousands of black women missing. You know what I mean? Black people getting slaughtered by the law enforcers, man. Been oppressed by white people. And your day of birth come, man. You want us to praise you? And you see a bum on the street, you don't give them no money. You don't feed people. You don't feed your people. You don't help your people do nothing. You stick a ride in white girls. You go to the strip club. You smoke weed. You don't attend the Passover. You don't celebrate none of the feast days. You gangbang. You don't know who you are. You rob your brother. You cause strife amongst brothers. You sleep with another man's woman. You soft as hell. You chill with homosexuals. How you get praised on your birthday? You wicked as hell.
Right.
You know what I mean? You wicked and you want praise? Praise for what? A righteous deed? What do you do? You're not even righteous. You don't do nothing right. You don't even know Christ is a black man. Something that's basic, you know what I mean? Something basic you learn in the Bible.
Right.
You don't even know that yet. You still think Cedric Borgia is Jesus Christ.
Right.
But you want us to praise you and put 29 on your birthday cake with candles. Shalom on Christ. Who just called in?
Shalom. Brandon.
Brandon? Where you from, Brandon?
Yeah. I'm from Atlanta.
What part of Atlanta?
Shalakia, I apologize about the inconvenience. I'm from East Point, Atlanta, Camp Creek area.
All right, put your phone on mute unless you got a question or a comment, all right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, you wicked as hell, man. You don't supposed to be getting praised. You're not the Most High. You're not Christ. You know what I mean? You don't even supposed to praise Christ, but the Most High. You're not the Most High. So now, since we don't supposed to celebrate birthdays, that's not in the Bible. Yahanna boy. Anybody else?
Salam.
Go ahead.
Job chapter 3, verse 4, it also says about the birthday, it said, let that day be darkness. Let not God regard it from above. Neither let the light shine upon it.
God, we through with that right now. Anybody else? You got another question? Nobody else? Okay,
Like it, sir.
go ahead.
I have another question. With the haircut. As far as cutting our hair, I know I'm not supposed to round the corner.
Right.
Is there anything else we should know on that?
Now, what you looking for in particular?
Like if it says not to round the corners of the head, does that go for the front frame and the back?
You pull that scripture more the corners.
Sir.
God, we about to get it. About to get the scripture. Hey, put your phones on mute. Everybody except the sister that's asking the question.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
The Lord said, you should not mar the corners of your beard, and you should not round the corners of your head. Meaning, you seen brothers with edge ups?
Right.
Shape ups?
Right.
Sis? Your sister asked the question.
Like it, sir, yes.
That's what the Lord talking about. Like we can't get edge ups, no line ups, no shape, get that rectangle box on your forehead.
Right.
That's what it's talking about. Or shave your head bald. Is that what you was looking for?
Sir.
Yeah, so if you gotta go ahead.
So what would you say? Well, what does the Bible say like for the brother that might be going bald?
I mean, if you growing bald, then that's natural. You can't do nothing about that. If your hair falling out, that's natural. That's not you willingly breaking the law. You know what I mean? You're not taking clippers or you're not letting another person give you a shape or edge. Or if your hair falling out, then the Lord wants your hair to fall out. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's not you. Yeah, that's not you cutting your hair. That's your hair is, you know what I mean, it's falling out. I mean, some people like that. You got brothers like that, sisters like that. You know what I mean? Like when you see an older man, he got a big bald spot on top of his head, and he ain't never cut his hair. That's because he got that bald spot. It's natural. There's nothing he can do about that. He was meant to have that bald spot at the top of his head. Anything else?
No, sir. Thank you.
And for the sisters, you know what I mean, give me the scripture where the Lord cut the crown of their head. You know what I mean? A lot of black women, you know what I mean, y'all naturally got short hair for a reason. And we're gonna pull the scripture real quick.
What's it say?
The crown of your scalp. What it says, Isaiah 3.
Yeah, Isaiah 3. Come on.
What you got for me? Isaiah 3 and what?
Isaiah 3 and 17.
Isaiah 3 and 17. We're about to read it real quick. This for you black women. You know what I mean? Everybody, black women, you know, they got a reputation of having short hair. It's the reason for that, man. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 17. Therefore the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
It said the Lord will smite with a what?
Smite with the scab the crown of the head.
Smite with a scab the crown of the head of who?
Of the daughters of Zion.
The daughters of Zion, man. You black women, man. Go ahead.
And the Lord will discover their secret parts.
I mean, you wonder why black women got short hair? It's because of that. The Lord smite the scab of your head. Because of all that damn pride you got, man. All that wickedness you do on this earth. You know what I mean? Black women was so bad, man. The Lord, He made your hair short.
Right.
Meaning, once upon a time, black women had long hair. The Lord cursed your hair. It said the hair of a woman is their glory. The Lord cursed you to have short hair because of your damn pride, man. And your wickedness and your evil in the nation of Israel. You know what I mean? Keep going. Is that it on that?
That's on it.
What's in that verse say?
Verse 18. In the day the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their cows, and the round tires like the moon.
Keep going.
Verse 19, the chains and the bracelets.
Man, the Lord took away everything, man. Your jewelry, your bracelet, all that. Keep going.
And the mufflers. Verse 20, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands, and the tablets, and the earrings. 21, right. The rings and nose jewels.
Good night. The Lord, listen, the Lord took away everything from you black women. You proud black women, man. I mean, it said something about they make them stink, something like that. Keep reading.
Verse 22, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles, and the wimples, and the crisping pins.
The changeable suits of apparel. I mean, you black women got a lot of clothes in y'all closet, a lot of shoes. You know what I mean? Y'all got a lot. Y'all got the jewelry. You know what I mean? Y'all look good with the makeup, the earrings, the head wraps. The Lord took that away from y'all, man. He took the long hair away. He took the changeable clothes, the earrings, the leg apparel, all them ornaments, man. Keep going.
23, the glasses and the fine linen.
Keep going.
And the hoods and the veils. 24. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell.
Instead of sweet smell, meaning smelling good. Go ahead.
There shall be stink.
The Lord said He gonna bring stink upon you women, man. You know you got to be wicked for the Lord. For if you go from a sweet smell to a stink smell, you better turn to the Lord and be faithful and do what your husband say. Keep going. More on that.
Con. And instead of girdle, a rent.
Instead of girdle, a rent. Keep going.
And instead of well set hair, baldness.
Instead of well set hair, baldness. So if you got baldness, the Lord wants you to have that baldness, sis. Not saying that you do, but any sister, you know what I mean? A sister, you see a sister that got, you know what I mean? They call it, she bald headed. I mean, she ain't got no hair. I heard that growing up. Black girls, they bald headed. They ain't got no hair. They got short hair. Because the Lord wants you to have short hair, man. You know what I mean? Who know what the girdle and the rent is talking about? Read that part again.
Con. And instead of a girdle, a rent.
Instead of a girdle, a rent. Instead of a girdle, a rent. Who know what that's talking about? You know what it's talking about?
Nah.
Instead of you know what a girdle is, right?
Con.
What is a girdle?
A girdle would be like a belt, like a fashionable belt that you put around your waist, something that you put around your waist.
A belt. Instead of a girdle, a what? A ring. You know what a ring is, right?
Nah.
You know what a rent?
Nah.
Look it up.
Come.
Instead of a girdle, a rent.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Would a rent be a large tear in a piece of fabric?
Right. So instead of a girdle, a rent.
So would that be like instead of like a nice, beautiful belt, like beautiful clothing, tore up clothing, like
a
rent
rent.
torn?
That's what it's talking about. Instead of a girdle, a rent, man. Ripped up.
There's more on it too.
Keep going.
And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty.
Anybody else? Is that security announcements over there?
It's right there. Oh, wait, it
It might be under the.
it's right there. Come on,
You keep it. Anybody else going once? Going twice? With that, I'm gonna pass the class up to Officer Kakara. He's gonna read the security announcements.